What business do you understand, if you don't mind me asking?
My business, advertising.
You're in advertising?
Yeah.
Well, as in billboards or as in copywriting or?
No, as in advertising in online and magazine print. But,
so no international clients?
Well, yeah, because we work with print,
so
global magazines.
Trade agreements cover services at the moment, and there's a chance they won't be covered after Brexit. That could decimate the advertising industry.
It won't. Trust me.
Okay. I trust you. Give me your evidence.
You ask us to trust the people that know their industry and all this. You say it often enough.
No, I don't, because they show me they're working. So you tell me how you will trade in services with the European Union if there's no deal. Tell me now, and then I'll trust you.
Okay, forget the European Union because I don't deal with the European Union. Well, I don't sell to the European Union. I sell to people within Europe.
Yes.
And if I give someone can show a business within Europe what advertising in a particular service or product is valuable, and the price is right, and they get good value for the money they're paying, then they're going to buy it.
No, but there's no trade agreement. There's no trade agreement.
Well, trade agreements don't account for absolutely everything, and there are such things. Well,
they cover goods and services. They cover goods and services. Can you tell me what the countries are in Europe you deal with that aren't in the European Union?
Well, they're all in the European Union, except for maybe Norway, but I think I've only done a couple.
But you just said you didn't do any business with the European Union.
Well, not European Union. I don't speak to people in the European Union. I speak to businesses that work within the UK, Europe, Africa, America.
But the ones in Europe are in the European Union.
Yeah.
Right, and trade agreement.
If they pay £8,000 for an advertising campaign that lasts 6 months,
yeah,
then it's good value for them. They're gonna pay.
What do you think a trade? What do you think a trade agreement is, Christian? If you because I'm afraid at this point in time I'm very reluctant to trust you that everything's going to be great. So tell me what you think a trade agreement is.
A traders agreement is an agreement between two parties, namely countries, or however many parties there are. That agree.
No, we're already wrong, is it?
Tariffs for trade.
It's already wrong because it's between two markets.
Well, markets. All right, then I got that wrong.
So what market will you be in on April the 1st of next year?
What do you mean? What market?
Well, a trade agreement is between a trade agreement is between two markets. Okay, so at the moment we are in the single market, and our trade agreements will be with other markets, some of which might be individual countries. I mean, this is slightly scary, but if you just go on Google and look at the trade agreements that are currently in force, you are currently in a trade agreement with Akrotiri and Dikalia, Albania, Algeria, Andorra, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Chile, Egypt, Faroe Islands, Georgia, the Balik of Germany, Iceland, Guernsey, I beg your pardon, Isle of Man, Israel, Jersey, Jordan, Kosovo, Lebanon, Liechtenstein, Republic of Macedonia, Mexico, Moldova, Monaco, Montenegro, Morocco, Norway, all of the EU's overseas countries and territories, the Palestinian Authority, San Marino, Serbia, South Africa, South Korea, Switzerland, Tunisia, Turkey and Ukraine. That's even before we get on to the ones that have been provisionally applied or the ones that have been signed but not yet provisionally applied, like Japan. On the April the 1st next year, what market will you be in?
Well,
what trade agreements will you have, mate?
You've named it. Well, you're talking over me, Jimbo. Come on, calm down. You've named all these different countries,
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
All of these countries. If you look at it from the British point of view and why someone would have voted Brexit like me...
No, that's not what I'm doing today, though.
Yeah, but you're saying that you've listed all of these...
countries that you can currently trade freely with, and I'm asking, come no deal. Yes, trade freely.
We, as the UK, we don't set up trade agreements at the moment with any country in the world. Because we're part of the EU bloc,
yes, exactly.
We have to abide
because we're
by
part
the trade
of
agreements
Christian,
that we have no say in.
Mate, come on.
So why would we not want to set up trade agreements that we actually have a say in?
Mate, you can't say calm down to the other person and then go off on a slightly mad one while he's really calm. It makes you look really silly.
Okay.
So all of those countries... I don't
want to look silly, do I, James?
It's a bit late now. All of those countries that we just listed, you can currently trade freely with, because the United Kingdom, who actually often lead the field on EU negotiations, are part of all of those trade agreements and contracts. You have lots of clients, as you've said, in the European Union, with whom you can trade freely as a direct result of our current membership. So it's not a trick question. Come April the 1st next year, or at the end of the transition period or the withdrawal period, when we have no trade agreements, when we have no deal, which is the fundamental premise of today's conversation, what trade agreements will you be able to operate under as an advertising professional?
Well, April the 1st, don't know, we'll have to wait and see when we get there, but...
would you like me to tell you?
Who's to say a year after that, who's to say a year or 2 years or however long it is after that, we won't have free trade deals with all of those countries that you've just named because we've negotiated them.
Yeah, and on average...
we've negotiated not only those...
On average, how long does a trade deal take? On average, do you know how long did the Canada trade deal take to negotiate for the EU?
Well, that's because it's the EU and they need to get it signed off by each and every single country. So if you go through
7 years.
7 years, because if you go through 6 countries, if you go through 20 countries within the EU, all of them say, brilliant, we like that trade deal, that's great, let's move forward.
How many years?
It's slightly more complex than that. But then the next one says, no, we don't like that. They have to go all the way back to the drawing board. And that's what we can cut all of that out when it's just the UK negotiating.
It doesn't work like that, but let's pretend it does, just for the sake of argument, and end on this question.
So are you actually trying to say that there's not a lot of bureaucracy in the EU, which means trade deals with the EU take a lot longer than singular countries?
Talk to a trade negotiator.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, of course, that's what I'm trying to say. A trade negotiation is incredible.
You're being very, very silly there.
That's
because
me,
you know
Christian.
full well.
So let's end with this question then. How many years? How many years could your company survive without any foreign business?
A very long time, but people are not. But this is the whole thing.
How many
Brexit.
then?
People are not going to as many years as we decide to trade for. But people are not going to.
Your business could survive
within the UK just because we're no longer in the EU. Come on, let's get real for a minute. Not a single country is going to stop doing business with another country just because they're not within the EU.
What do you think a trade agreement is?
So are you telling me that once we leave the EU, we will never buy a German car, we'll never buy French wine, and people in Europe will never do business with another
the trade will still, Christian, the trade will still exist, but it will no longer be free. My goodness, mate, I can't do any more for you. I'm really sorry. I feel guilty, but I mean, there's a level of thickness of skull through which I just cannot penetrate. And the fact that you think it's funny, how little you understand everything, is in many ways Brexit in a nutshell.